we start, did you want the lights on? Did you want the
Yeah.
lights on? Let me check that.
Yeah.
Let's change to red things and bags.
Which one?
Yeah, that one's good.
I think that one was
Make sure you unwrap all your kids.
yeah, that's the bar. Or
I love it. I love it.
You must do.
Okay, let's be quiet. Let's be quiet in the audience, please. Quiet in the audience. Scene.
I can tell you about the time old Wayne and me went to Bossier City, Louisiana.
About 100 times.
Bossier City. Bossier City! Kinda got a sound to it, don't it? Babylon on the Red River, sin, hot women, sticky summer nights. Biggest strip of nightclubs between Vegas and Miami Beach. Bossier City. One-armed bandits, teenage prostitutes, drunken driving. All the things that make life worth living. I remember one morning in summer of 1967, Wayne said to me, Roy, we can either get drunk here in Maynard, or we can get drunk in Bossier City. So we drove to Louisiana, and I mean, Ray, as soon as we got there, just wham! Just like that, things started to happen.
What happened?
We saw a car wreck. No, that was nothing. But we saw 3 before we left town. We were in 2 of them. Wayne was a hell of a driver. I tell you, we started at one end of that Bossier Strip and just worked our way to the other. We had Club Flamingo, Kim's Lounge, the Log Cabin Club, the Swamp Lounge, and the Immoral Merle, Kimberly's Whiskey Go-Go. Ray, it had three dance floors that lit up.
Did you dance?
You know I don't dance. Now Wayne danced.
Did you get any fights?
We got kicked out of the Aces Lounge and Mr. Torch for fighting.
You couldn't get out of these fights?
Hell no! We started them. Then at the Swamp Lounge, Wayne starts to hit on these 2 Italian girls. Well, their boyfriend's in like that one little bit. And let me tell you something, Ray. Are you listening, Ray? You ever find yourself in that part of the world, don't you ever get mixed in with no Louisiana Dagos, because there ain't nothing worse than the Southern Mafia.
Are they the ones that pulled the knife on you?
Yeah, they're the ones. Hey, you heard this story before?
Yeah.
Broke into my store. Where was I?
Well, you're right at the part where you guys go back to the truck and get your gun when they pull out their knife, and then you make it back to the truck. While you do, they pull out their guns and start shooting at you. And so, while Wayne backs the truck out of the parking lot, you wheel down the window and you start shooting out the window. And then, well, Wayne backs up the truck. He runs to a car, runs over a fence, and sideswipes oncoming Cadillac.
It was a Lincoln Continental, Ray.
Or Lincoln Continental, depending on how drunk you are when you're telling the story.
That story don't change. It happened. And we had ourselves a time.
Sometimes you say you gunned down an old woman.
Well, sometimes I forget that part.
How can you forget gunning down an old woman?
It wasn't an old woman exactly. What it was a bowling alley. Yeah, there was a bowling alley next to the parking lot.
How can you mistake an old woman for a bowling alley?
It was dark, Ray! Anyway, me and Wayne ended up in Kim's Lounge. And Wayne begins to sweet talk this girl down at the end of the bar. And, well, he told me it wouldn't take long, and pretty soon, he's taking this girl out to the pickup truck. So, I ordered myself another drink. About 5 minutes later, Wayne comes rushing back in as white as a sheet and says, Roy, let's get the hell out of Bossier City. So we did. But after only 6 hours on the Bossier Strip, we had ourselves 2 car wrecks, 2 fights, had a gun battle with the Southern Mafia, and Wayne Wilder had French kissed a man in a dress. So Wayne, down in Huntsville, man, here's to you, boy.
Hey, Ray. Hey, Roy.
Hi, Cletis.
What are you boys doing out here?
We're just shooting it out with the Italian Mafia.
Shoot, there ain't no Italians around here. Are there?
You know any Italians, Cletis?
Can't say as I do.
That's just as well. I have a feeling that Italians would hate you on sight. Heck, even little baby Italians, without ever being told just how hideous you are, would hate you.
Yes.
How are you, Cletis?
Fine. Perfectly fine.
That's good.
How are you, Ray?
I'm fine.
You know, I'm part Italian myself. That's right. My real mother was not Italian. My father met during the war.
I see. So what are you boys doing out here?
Nothing.
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 How can you be doing nothing?
Well, I can't do nothing very long, but Roy can from now to forever.
We need out here Skeeter Illinois.
Don't call me that.
But that's what I always called you, Skeeter.
Yes, but I run an appliance store now.
What's your full name, Skeeter?
Cletis T. Illinois.
Cletis T. Illinois. What's the T stand for?
Nothing. Don't stand for nothing.
Oh, it's got to stand for something.
No, it don't. My daddy wanted me to have a middle initial. He never had one in something. He said it had killed his ambition.
Are you ambitious?
Someday, I hope to go into politics.
You do, and I'll shoot you.
You are caution, Roy. You truly are.
Why don't you just go away, Cletis? Tell you what, I'm gonna close my eyes and think of pleasant thoughts like Christmas and reindeer, and when I open them, you'll just be gone like a bad dream. You ain't gone, Cletis!
I know! I got something to talk to Ray about.
What?
It's private.
Ain't you figured out what to do in bed yet?
What do you mean?
I heard you can't find the vagina, Skeeter.
I told you that. Did you tell him that?
Now, Cletis.
You did tell him that. I can't believe you told him that.
It just slipped out.
That is my private sex life. Things like that don't just slip out.
Is that the problem lately, Skeeter? Things been slipping out lately?
No. And don't call me Skeeter.
Well, what should I call you then, Skeeter?
I'm not talking to you.
Cletis.
I'm not talking to you either.
Cletis, you're not talking to me, and you're not talking to Roy.
Who the hell are you talking to, Skeeter?
Nobody and nothing. Sure are a lot of stars out tonight. Sure are. But there's the Big Dipper, and there's the Little Dipper, and there's Orion. I haven't seen stars like this since my honeymoon. Amy Lee and me, we went up and camped up near Lake Cherokee up near Tulsa. I mean to tell you, that Oklahoma, that's God's country.
I'm going in for another drink. When I get back, you make sure this asshole's gone.
I don't think Roy likes me.
He hates Cletis. Why'd you start smoking, Cletis?
What time is it?
That one.
I started about 45 minutes ago. I think I'm hooked.
stick with it?
No, I don't. It makes me dizzy. It tastes like shit, too. And it makes your breath stink. Why even your fingers stink?
Why'd you take it up?
Severe depression. I mean, it was either cigarettes or alcohol, and you know what alcohol does to me. I could be a damn alcoholic if I didn't watch it.
Well, what made you take it up?
I just told you.
What's your problem, Cletis?
Well...
Is it about your wife?
No, damn it, it's not about my wife. And by the way, I resent the fact that you told Roy about my private sex life.
I apologize.
I just had a few questions, that's all. Just a few questions.
I apologize.
Damn book. Shit. It just showed a squiggly line in an arrow that said vagina. Well, how was I to know? Vagina don't look nothing like a squiggly line.
No, what does it look like?
You know, I shouldn't be talking about this. You know, I'm a Baptist, and we just don't sit around talking about our wife's sacred reproductive organs.
Okay.
That's all right. I forgive you. Right? Why does Roy hate me?
He doesn't like your shoes.
Why?
Doesn't like them.
I've always looked up to Roy.
So have I.